We just got our first major look at what's coming out of Jump Festa for Yu-Gi-Oh! This year. Make sure you guys smash the like, crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more Oz content. I love when we get the chance to get this super stream info super early out here because this is some pretty major stuff to give us some indications of what's going on. So Jump Festa is going to be the 20, at least for me, it'll be the stream beginning on the 22nd at 12:30 a.m. EST. So a little bit of a late night there, but that's fine. It's a pretty bad time for people who want Konami to stop printing Ancient Fairy Dragons, the stream. So, what do we got down here? So, on December 22nd at 2:30 p.m. JST, Konami will stream a super special version of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Official card games times directly from Jump Festa 2025. So, corner appearances. So, we're going to have Playmaker from Yu-Gi-Oh! Brains showing up as is expected, right? Because Alliance Insight is literally their set. We're also going to have I from Yu-Gi-Oh! Brains. That's actually really cool that we have both voice actors here. We're also going to have a videotaping from the voice actress of Ruka. That's pretty interesting. We're also going to have some comedy duos, main characters, and then some masters of ceremonies as well. We're going to have Kenji from Yu-Gi-Oh! Brains, and we're also going to have Omari from Go Rush out here as well, which is actually kind of interesting to see, who's kind of coming out here to kind of get in some of the little extra value along the way. But this one right here, the fact that we're going to have Kenji here, we'll talk about him here in a little bit. So what we're going to have here is the Duelist Report. Get the lowdown on new cards for Tactical Try 3. You're also going to have Duel Monsters 4, Battle of the Great Duelist Experience. What in the world is this? Duel Monsters 4. Huh. Okay. We've also got Who's That Monster? The Yu-Gi-Oh! Silhouette quiz. We also got Yu-Gi-Oh! Information. So Quarter Century Art Collection, card introduction. Oh boy. We're probably going to be getting some new stuff with this. We're also going to get the Insight Ad Ignister Usage Guide, Yu-Gi-Oh! Alliance Insight Product Commercial World Premiere. Holy crap, they're dropping that so early. And we're also getting the special card, Neo Ultimate World Debut. What in the world do you mean by Neo Ultimate? Huh, maybe a new Blue Eyes or something? That's a lot of information that's going to be creaking out that evening. I'm excited to see what's going to be coming from this. So, for those of you that know, Luna over here is going to be our power-up, and this is basically confirming after like 900,000 years that we are finally getting an AFD retrain. I don't know what has taken so long with this, but it is actually coming. And I'm all this information that's available on Luna, like I'd like to point out down here that their deck is pretty awful. Like this is all we have. And then the turbo deck was pretty miserable as was. Now, things that we could see get retrains in here. I mean, Armored White Bear. This card is destroyed by card effect and sent to the graveyard. So summon Regulus from your deck or graveyard. And then Regulus was this little tag. We're more than likely probably going to get a Regulus retrain. Once per turn, you can select one field spell card in your graveyard and return it to the deck, which was really cool, actually, for what this was. Now, we also had the Dream Sprite in here. When attacking, or when attacked by your opponent's monster, select one of your monster cards and designate it as an attack target, then calculate damage. Now, keep in mind, we already have a TCG version of this. It would be really cool to see a retrain of this, just to kind of have the thing going on. Fairy King Truesdale, when this is in defense, it's just all your plant monsters gain 500 attack and defense. You know how awful that is? Like, Truesdale does exist already, but that's awful, man. We also had the Curry Bond. So when your opponent's when a monster your opponent controls attacks you directly, you reduce that battle damage to 0 and special summon this card from the hand. This is selected as an attack target by your opponent's monster. You can activate this effect during damage calculation. You take no battle damage from this battle, and your opponent gains life points equal to that attacking monster's attack, and then return this card to your hand. This is one of the more hilarious little cards that we had. But yeah, I don't think we're going to see a retrain with this, but we might see an ability to actually use this. We also have the Spirit of the Breeze. As long as card remains face up, attack position on your side, if it'll increase your life points by 1,000. So I don't think we'll see a retrain on that one. The Sunlight Unicorn, this one actually kind of checks the marks for a possible retrain. Once per turn, reveal the top card of your deck if it's a spell card added to your hand, if not, placed on the bottom of the deck. It's actually pretty good for the anime effect. We also had the Sunny Pixie sent to the graveyard as a synchro material of a light synchro monster gain 1,000 life. That's so awful. Luna's cards are awful. The Ancient Forest would change any defense monster on the field to face attack position. Flip effects are not activated. Monsters can be normal summoned or special summoned in defense mode, but cannot be set or changed to defense mode. If a monster attacks, destroy that monster at the end of the battle phase. I'd like to see an actual use for Ancient Forest. You know, the anime actual version of this was not too terrible. You know, we've also got a pretty similar effect in here for the actual version of this card, but this was the card that they were basically using for this, which was kind of cool. And then emergency assistance activate only during main phase 2, special summon a monster that was destroyed this turn. So bad. Then we also had the Healing Winds, gain 200 life points for each monster on the field. That's an actual card, by the way. We also played Horn of the Unicorn. You guys know this was the 700 attack equip, and then when it goes away, it goes back to top or bottom. Swords of Revealing Light was another classic for Luna's deck. We also had the Synchro Monument. When a tuner monster is summoned, or a synchro monster is synchro summoned, the summoning player's opponent can activate card effects. Oh boy, I can protect my monster. We also had the Fairy Breath. Activate only by selecting one face-up monster on the field while you control a face-up Ancient Fairy Dragon. That monster gains 3,000 defense. Like, do I really need to make my AFD supercharged? Of course, we also had the Fairy Winds, which already is a card for popping all the spells and traps and pinging your opponent. We also had the Oberon's Prank. Activate only when an effect that increases life points is activated. Negate that effect when both players take damage equal to the amount of life points that they would have gained. Our whole deck's purpose is to gain life. I guess you could technically combine this with the Curry Bond, but okay. And we also had the Pixie Ring. While you control 2 or more face-up attackers as a monster, your opponent cannot target your monsters with the lowest attack for an attack target. Which is, I mean, looking at your selection of things that Luna had, like, if you're giving AFD a retrain, AFD never truly had much of an archetype around it, per se. Like, Regulus and, you know, friends, just, you know, the little forest squad was pretty cool to kind of see what they could do, but I cannot really truly imagine much of an archetype out here that you're going to be tossing this into and trying to, you know, make some value. Now, you're probably wondering who in the world Kenshi was. So this was a character from Vrains. He also worked alongside our Gouki friend in the earlier, or actually it was the later stages, come to think about it out here, because this was in Vrains episode 50 through like 60. And you're probably like, huh, what deck did he play? Well, I got good news for you here. He actually played Gouki. Kenichi plays a Gouki deck. His strategies are greatly offensive, focusing on powering up Gouki, the Blade Ogre in the dub. I hypothesis that Gore gave Kenshi his old Gouki deck. So he kind of got the hand-me-downs from Gore to be able to kind of play this, which, you know what? I would like to see, I'm going to say it, we might be getting Gouki support in here. Gouki's kind of been a little bit left behind in the past recently. And, I mean, we've gotten little bits and pieces, but if adding Nister is getting as much support as it has been getting out here, you know, we've been powering up, what is this, the third wave of support for adding Nister stuff, technically? Seeing Kenshi's Gouki deck getting a power-up out here, I think would be quite nice and quite entertaining, actually. It would definitely be nice. Now, I mean, considering the fact down here that they're in the Masters of Ceremonies, they might not get support with this, but I would definitely put Gouki on the list of things out here to be seen. So, looks like we're getting a new AFD. All right, finally, we've been speculating on that for a year plus now, actually. Gouki might be on the table. We've also got we've got new art collection info coming, which is insane. Okay, phew. We've also got the fact that we're getting this special Neo Ultimate World Debut card. This, I think, is the most interesting of the bunch of info that we have here. I am very, very, very curious about this. But I'm assuming that this is going to be the special insert card in the set. That'll be the 25th quarter century card, and will probably be the really last one that we're going to have in terms of the exclusivity with this. But a lot of info to be seeing here. So what do you guys think? Please, comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.